We've been having a ton of fun tracking our new BRZ, pretty much as is, short of just a upgraded wheel and tire setup. But it's time to change that because this is a problem. So to get rid of that issue, we have partnered with FEAL Suspension and we have this lovely set of coilovers here. We'll do a quick little unboxing. I'll show you a little more about them. Very nice. Yeah, so we decided to go with the FEAL 441 Plus actually. The Plus gets you the upgraded Swift spring, and basically the one is for the one-way adjustment. And that's just gonna be perfect for your typical kind of street combo with track car, not to go too crazy with the adjustment that a lot of people don't end up adjusting after the initial setting of it anyways. Packaged with the BRZ kit here, you do get the shorter sway bar end links, and that's mainly just because the links here do go into the shock body. So when you're shortening that length, you do need a shorter end length as well. We went with the default spring rates. That's gonna be a 7K in the front, 6K in the rear. And outside of that, that's pretty much all the options that we went with. So not much other than the Swift springs, pretty standard package from FEAL here. Just looking at one of the front shock assemblies here, at some details, you can see nice lock rings, free spinning on the threads, as well as the bottom mount. That's always nice to have, good signs of a quality setup. You don't want to be dealing with binding threads in any way when you're having to adjust this like under the force of the car. So that's always nice to see. Good quality dust boot. And then you have your Heim joint here for your camber plate. Again, all looking to be very good quality stuff. Come to be expected from FEAL these days, so I'd love to see it. So yeah, that pretty much covers the overview of what we got here. So I won't bore you with any more talking, and let's get to work on the car. I'm like, what does that even mean? Literally. It's kind of crazy to see the threads here on the sway bar link are already pretty crusty. I mean, I know the wheel well and stuff's pretty dirty, but yeah, just kind of interesting. Oops. Well, quick little note here about the sway bar end link. This isn't particularly awful as far as like rusty fasteners go. But I would say that for the case of like maybe a 5-year-old car with 30,000, 40,000 miles on it, this car is like 8 months old and has less than 5,000 miles on it. And I had to use a torch on the nuts. Got them off, and luckily we're not reusing these, but that's kind of scary. I would hate to see what that looks like from a year-round driven daily car after 10 years. Have fun, because you're probably gonna cut it. Okay.
Recording that way, I think. Oh, it's dirty.
Oh, we got a little straggler. Okay, we're ready to put our front coilovers on now. Just as a preliminary step, I went ahead and kind of matched the length overall, just kind of a little measurement here. It's not an exact science because we're gonna take measurements on the car once they're installed, but this will give us a good starting point so it's at least close. That way. See if anyone Well, I'm like,
It's not an option.
play the,
Whenever you held the key down, and
Yeah.
you just started the song from wherever.
we went ahead and wrapped up both sides for the front here. Everything's tightened back down, not yet adjusted though. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the rear and probably set the car back down, take some measurements and go from there. So let's move on to the rear. Cars like these are fucking sports cars, like how small the trunk is. Wow, you're such like a... All right, so just like the fronts, we're not gonna set anything crazy in stone here, but we wanna get them close before they're on the car. So we just set those, they're pretty even within like a couple millimeters or so. But yeah, we're all set to put these in the rear, so let's get it done. Just like Home Depot. Doers get it done. POV shot. Putting my nut on. All right, that's our coilover install all done. We got the wheels back on just with a few lug nuts, so we're gonna go ahead and set it down and see how everything works out, and hope that we don't have to adjust much. I'll be honest, still a problem. So obviously the front needs some adjustment. That won't be too bad. Take a measurement, see where we need to get it. The rear looks great. That's pretty perfect as far as like general ride height. Hopefully it doesn't rub, but we will test drive and find out. But let's get the car back up and we will adjust the front according to that, basically. Okay, we made our adjustments. We actually could not set the car all the way down. The lift was stuck under it, so we just have some ramps and some wood in the rear. But we're gonna roll it off these and hope that it all looks good. There you have it. FEAL 441 coilovers installed on our BRZ. Looks like the ride height still needs a little bit of adjustment just to even it out, but pretty happy with how it is. Definitely better than the monster trucking situation it had going on for stock suspension. So it looks pretty good. Pretty happy with that. After our little test drive in the parking lot, I decided it was a little too low in the rear and it was almost definitely gonna rub on like hard cornering over bumps. We don't really want that. No one really wants that. So I just raised up the rear about 20 mil, just pulled it out of or put it into the overall shock length. So we're gonna put the wheels back on and see how that looks and give it another rip. All right guys, that is it for our FEAL coilover install on the new BRZ. I'm really happy with how it turned out. That little adjustment in the rear just absolutely made it perfect. I don't really want anything else out of the adjustment just for like a mostly street driven, but also track driven car. Of course, we do still have some testing and measurements and alignment to do, but for the most part, it's set up pretty good. Car still drives pretty straight. So hopefully in the future, we will get it on a rack, get it on some scales, do that kind of thing. So keep an eye out for that in the future. I want to give a huge shout out to FEAL Suspension for making a great product. They're really easy to work with. If you're looking at coilovers for your vehicle, check out their options. You can buy them through us, you can buy them through them. Give someone a call, buy some suspension, improve your car, make everyone happy. But that's it for our video. So we're gonna wrap this up with some nice glamour shots. So give those a look.